Rob here with your Babymaker Production update. We're gonna kick this one off with a few rider photos. We've had a lot of deliveries, so we'll be going over many of your photos today, starting with Lai. Got my bike a few weeks ago, first charge, multiple short rides, 327 kilometers. Great bike, awesome Lai, thank you for sharing. Brian, 770 miles in, love my super commuter. Awesome Sterling, Babymaker Pro with some upgrades and mountain bike handlebars. Got a new seat, fender from Albert. Finally took the maiden voyage and I was very impressed and happy. Overall, very cool, and I'm happy. It was worth the wait. Hope to see some other NC owners soon. Awesome, Albert. Enjoy the ride, and nice handlebar wraps, by the way. From Mark, took my first ride after trouble-free assembling. Seriously easy, but I am a retired Mastercat technician. Mark, thanks for joining in all the lives, and glad you finally got your bike. It looks good and looks like you got a comfy seat on there. Before we get started, just a couple announcements. The next live is not this week, it's next week, and next week it's going to be on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. The crew is going out to the IMS Motorcycle Show. That's the next announcement. So if you want to join us on the live, please be there Tuesday, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. PST. That's going to be Tuesday the 17th at 2 p.m. PST. And for our riders in Chicago, we will be there next weekend at the IMS Motorcycle Show, showing off some of the bikes. You can meet the team, try out the bikes, and just come say hi. So if you're in Chicago, I'll include some information in the production update. Find us there, look for FLX. A few more photos here from Eddie. 10 months of daily rides, clicked off 5,000 miles today, except for the display bracket snapping off a couple months ago. Everything is still performing great, including the battery. Awesome, Eddie. Really great to see you joining the 5,000 mile club already on your Babymaker. That is so exciting. You're definitely up there in the top riders in terms of mileage on the Babymaker so far. Next from Klaus, I've read a lot about upgraded larger tires on the Babymaker. I chanced it and installed a 700 by 35C Gravel King tires for my commute through the forest to work. Works like a charm, but I wouldn't go bigger. Those are huge. The stock tires are 28 millimeters. This is 35, an extra 7 millimeters. About a quarter of an inch there that he's added onto the width of the tire. Really cool to see, Klaus. The bike looks good, and enjoy that forest ride. From Randy, great 32.5 mile bike ride, mostly at 1 and 2 pass. Got it to 29 miles per hour on flat road with a good headwind. Battery still at full charge. That's awesome, Randy. Hey, it looks good there. It looks like you're shooting from the other side of Coronado, the Silver Strand probably there. At the salt mine. That's in San Diego, by the way. From David, presenting the Babymaker Carbon Edition. Changed the cockpit and put on some carbon wheels. Shaved off about 3.5 pounds. Most of it in spinning weight, which is where it really matters. Put on a 31.8 millimeter aero bar. Did some DIY. Hopefully this will speed up the sexy beast. David, hey, that looks great. I love the handlebars, the cockpit. Got the brakes on there real tight. Nice work. We're going to start the status update from the US with the C21 SM Ningbo, which had 189 Babymakers, 220 touring kits. That is completely shipped. T7-1, the Costco Taitong, 225 Babymakers, also completely shipped. T7-2, the OOCL Luxembourg with 225 Babymakers on it. Shipped all but a few website orders. So if you pre-ordered from the website during the Indiegogo campaign and not on Indiegogo, we may still have your bike from that container. T7-2. T7-3, the OOCL Luxembourg as well, 226 Babymakers. All of the Indiegogo orders have shipped from that. Still to follow are the website orders, which were allocated to that shipment, which will go out later this week. C22, the CSCL South China Sea with 222 Babymakers on it. All but 4 of those have shipped, so 218 have gone out, 4 left to go from that container. C23, the Joseph Schultz, 221 Babymakers. That has been delayed from last week to this week to start shipping. There were too many other orders to get those out, so they will begin shipping this week. The last shipment to leave that facility, C24, Costco Pacific, with 162 Babymakers. That is due to port August 13th, just a couple days now, and allocation letters have been sent for that already. T8, the NYK Themis with 140 Babymakers. All but 7 of those have shipped. The remaining 7 are due to go out very soon. The last batch of touring packages in the US, the batch of 229 of those, the majority of those have shipped, and there's also a large number for website pre-orders that are being prepared right now. If you pre-ordered on the website during the same time that the campaign was live, those are being prepared now. Hawaii and Alaska are about the same spot we heard from them last time. Hawaii still working on the paperwork due to the FedEx Express requiring more paperwork for those. Once the logistics team has that sorted, the Hawaii orders will go out. Alaska, I'm seeing that we have 5 left to go, and 4 of those are on C23, which is due to start shipping this week. That's it for the US. So let's break this up with some rider photos from Oliver. Here she is. I wonder what I will call her. Looks really cool. Oliver's pimped this thing out. He's got the extra battery, it looks like, in the triangle. All sorts of customizations, yellow rim tape. I'm gonna call that the Bat Bike, the Batmobile. That's what I'd name it, but nice job, Oliver. From Timothy, and it looks like he's in the middle of a forest. I'm finally getting some time to ride. Looks great, Timothy, and what a great place to ride. From Scott, what's your fastest speed? My normal route has 3 hills where I could generate 37 to 38 miles per hour. That's insane. It looks like he's maxing at 38.8 miles per hour on the hills. Be careful, Scott, that's really quick. And from Franklin in Harlem, he's got his Sterling Babymaker Pro. Nice view of the city in the background. Looks beautiful, Franklin. Enjoy the ride. Moving on to the EU, UK region. And first of all, just a quick apology for the noise here. I thought it'd be nice to film outside today, and I was sorely mistaken with the beeping and the distractions. If that's distracting, my apologies. Let me know and I won't film out here again. We'll be starting with NL5, which turned into SP8 with 144 Babymakers. The UK portion of those will continue shipping as the VAT is paid. There are a handful of riders that we're waiting on the VAT for those in the UK. If those aren't processed, we will have to do something else with those bikes, maybe send them to the next people. So please check your spam folders. If you're waiting on a letter from us and haven't received it, it will come from shipping at flx.bike. Same status for SP9 and SP10 for the UK portion of those. Vast majority of those were paid. Still waiting on a handful of the remainders. So check your spam inboxes, get that taken care of so we can get you the bike. The EU portion of those shipments were shipped back into the EU from the UK, as we've covered in great and painful detail in the past couple of updates. So those are being handled. We'll chat more about that in the challenge section, just a final update on that. SP11, we've split that so that the UK orders go to the UK and the EU orders stay in the UK and ship from there. VAT is still due on those. However, they will not be assessed the customs fee for those EU orders. We do have a shipment of components, container 13, which is berthed in Valencia, Spain, and we're waiting on that to clear customs. Once it clears customs, they will go to the factory and be built into more Babymakers for the EU and UK. To follow that shipment is container 14, which is going to see next week, and that is the final container of EU, UK bike parts. Once that goes through, that will handle all of the remaining orders for EU and UK. So we're almost there. The light is at the end of the tunnel for you guys there. I know it's taken a lot longer than the rest of the world, so our apologies, but we're finally making it happen. That's it for the EU, UK. Let's see a few more rider photos. From Richard, me and my Babymaker catching the sunset over Calabogue. What part of this is an awesome ride? Can't you understand? Happy members are welcome to join. I'll be waiting at the bar. Nice one, Richard. Thank you. Beautiful photo on the beach there. Sterling Babymaker Pro. From Audrey, got my Babymaker today. Husband has had it since late March, so today was our first ride together. It was so much fun. Well worth the wait. Awesome, Audrey. You got a matte black and tangerine Babymaker there. Enjoy the ride with your husband. From Marty, this is a really interesting post. I just love seeing all the modifications that you are doing to the bikes, to the Babymakers. Really cool to see. So he's used paint stripper on the Sterling wheels to kind of strip the finish there and give it more of a chrome look. Really cool. You can read his post about it. Also put a bigger chain ring on there to go a bit faster. Marty, nice work. Enjoy the ride. From Dawn, everything has finally arrived. Time to complete the customizations and put a ton of miles on this Babymaker. Don, it's looking good. I like you got what looks like an adjustable stem on there. Pulled the handlebars back, rewrapped them, new pedals, new tires it looks like, and you got your touring package. Very cool, Don. Enjoy. Moving on to the low volume locations. No major change there. We've got a handful of bikes around the low volume locations, including Japan, Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, and Thailand, where we've got reports back from the shipping company that they just can't reach the receiver by phone. We've reached out by email, etc. So if you're in those locations and waiting on your bike, please check your spam folder, check your phone number on your order, make sure that that matches your phone number. Please double check that, make sure all the information is correct. So if you're one of the folks waiting on the bikes and the shipping company just can't reach you, that we can help get that taken care of. That's it for the low volume volume locations, and it brings us into our challenge section, starting first with an update on the EU VAT situation, which was the major challenge of the past couple updates. We've made a lot of progress on that. So everybody who was in the shipment for the EU that went to the UK and back to the EU, it created extra fees, etc. We've reached out to all of you with new invoices, a couple incentive options to make up the trouble and extra fees to you. And everybody who has submitted their requests, we are currently processing those this week. Today, actually, as we speak, somebody from the logistics team is working on processing that. So for everybody who was in that affected batch of baby makers, thank you so much for your patience. We will continue resolving these, any kind of outstanding issues there. We'll continue working through them on a case-by-case basis. So thanks for your patience. Everybody, by the way, the vast majority of riders from that shipment have already received the bike, so congratulations there. Enjoy the bikes. It was quite a journey to get to you, but we've learned from that and we will do better moving forward. The second major challenge we've had over the past few weeks is our support team's response times. That has been challenging, to say the least. A couple reasons for that. Number one is just the quantity of bikes being delivered over the past few weeks has been incredible. Over 1,000 bikes just in the last month alone. So a lot of deliveries, a lot of questions about the deliveries. When will the bike come, etc. Many excited people wondering when my bike will be there. And that's not to mention the extra workload caused by the misrouted UK shipment that came back to the EU. That did tax the support system quite a lot. So what we're doing to work on that is we continue seeking more rider support agents. So if you know anybody specifically in the San Diego area who is good with bikes, I'll leave a link below this video on YouTube where they can apply. Please send anybody good our way or shoot us an email if you're interested in the position. Again, we're looking for San Diego based people who love bikes and love serving people. The other thing we'll be doing is improving our processes, our systems, our procedures so that we can give everybody more standardized support, a bit more uniformly from every agent on the FLX team. The rider support team cares so much about you and they're doing everything they can to make our riders happy. At the moment, the support team probably feels like they have their mouth on the wrong end of a fire hose right now with everything that's coming at them. So that's on us to improve our processes internally and bolster the team to serve all of our Babymaker and FLX riders moving forward. That's it for the challenges, and I did save a few more rider photos to wrap up this update, starting with Noel. 19-inch tangerine Babymaker dropper in the middle. That's just awesome. Bunch of riders there on their road bikes, it looks like, and the San Diego skyline behind them. Super cool. From Janine, and Janine, I know you've been waiting on this bike for a while. I've seen your posts. She's ready to ride. I'm so glad you finally got your blue raspberry Babymaker Pro. Congratulations. Ride safe out there. I'd recommend some shoes and a helmet before your next ride. From Charlie, finally I get to post my Babymaker on the official FLX Babymaker Facebook page. Wow, it is fun to ride, baby, ride. Cheers, friends. Awesome, Charlie. And check out those handlebars, super cool. Looks like his brake line, front brake line is a little stretched, so be careful with that. You may want to look at getting an extended brake line from a bike shop there. I know I'm pronouncing this name wrong. This is from Thui. My geared Babymaker continues to amaze me, going places. Look at that, he put a cassette and a derailleur on his Babymaker. If you're interested in giving gearing to your Babymaker, go check out his post in the Babymaker owners group. From Carlos, what a beautiful photo. Who's ready for a ride? That is awesome. He's got the foam mount on there, rewrapped white handlebars. Looks like a longer stem with a higher angle. Comfort seat on his Tangerine Babymaker Pro. Awesome, Carlos. From Jim, new helmet, seat, saddlebag, and gloves. Looks like he went shopping at Brooks. Very nice touches. Got the extended stem on there as well to raise the ride height. Really cool, Jim. From Joel, what of you riding the hills of the Emmental? Thank you, FLX, and that's in Lützerflüh, Switzerland. Excuse my pronunciation. Beautiful Babymaker Pro up there in the mountains. That must be a beautiful place to ride. I am jealous. From Chris, been riding my new Tangerine Babymaker Pro for 5 days. The bike is everything I hoped for. Fun to ride, eats hills, looks great, good features, and a good price point. Thought that the electric assist would compromise fitness, but it increases my cadence. Awesome, Chris. Enjoy the ride. All right, that's it for the rider photos for this week's production update. Again, we do have the live next week, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. PST. There will be no production update next week. The next production update will be the following week. If you enjoyed this production update, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment on what your favorite photo was shared from the riders today, what your favorite mod was, what you think of the Babymakers. If you got yours yet, where your favorite place to ride is, what range have you got, what's your top speed, let me know. I want to hear all about it, and I'll see you in the next one.